Recently, Cam James exposed Rashad Richey's collection of phony degrees in a YouTube video that has gained a lot of attention, and one who noticed was Rashad himself. In response, Rashad came with the receipts. Sort of. He published 3 response videos. In his last 2 videos, he got desperate. For example, Cam dared call out as a fake Rashad degree, Universidad del Pacifico Nicaragua, otherwise known as UNIP. I mean, come on, fake? An online degree from Nicaragua? What's the world coming to? But Rashad said, hold on there, Cam. I have the goods. And so Rashad showed an acceptance letter from David Liang welcoming him to the UNIP program. Boy, you got egg on your face now, Cam.
This one said, I have to say I'm really disappointed in you. I looked up the specific college, University of Pacific in Nicaragua. Interestingly, it was shut down by the Nicaraguan government in 2023. Again, that's one of the many scam diploma mill foreign universities that he claims to have a degree from.
Mr. Transparency pulled the video off of YouTube, along with the third one he published, which was even more embarrassing. Now, some of you may be asking, did Rashad ever really claim this degree from UNIP, Universidad del Pacifico, Nicaragua? Yes. This is a still from my live stream with Fake PhD Investigator, dated February 5th, 2024. You can still watch it. I have it linked below if you don't believe me. And notice here it says, Master of Science in Neuroscience at University of Pacific. Now, if you go to Rashad's LinkedIn profile, you'll no longer see any mention of a degree from UNIP. Rashad pulled it down. If you really earned that degree, Rashad, why isn't it still up here? Under what circumstances would anyone claiming a degree in their online resume delete it? Going back, Rashad's earlier entry for UNIP befuddled the crap out of me when I first saw it. Even at a quick glance, it makes no sense. Duke? But let me explain what Rashad did here, and when you hear it, you'll understand a lot more about how Rashad thinks. Hello out there. I am trying to get through.
With his powerful brainwaves cradled in the warmth of reasoning, it's time for Johnny Walker Dread to straighten you out on a thing or two. Emanating all the way from exciting Las Vegas, Oklahoma, it's the Johnny Walker Dread Show.
So we need to go back in time. Rashad wants to claim he got a master's degree from UNIP in neuroscience, but it's a classic diploma mill. That's never stopped Rashad before, so he wants to post it on LinkedIn so that he can brag about it to his friends and rake in all those accolades, which are his primary motives. There's only one problem. Rashad arranged for a degree from Universidad del Pacifico, Nicaragua, but he wants to use University of Pacific because there's a real university in California called University of Pacific. Well, almost. It's University of the Pacific. If he uses the correct Spanish name for the university, people will know it's not the more prestigious and real American university. Now keep in mind, Rashad has long tried to hide the location of the university. But as you can see here, he never disclosed that. Nowhere does it say Nicaragua in this entry. He's always used University of Pacific. In fact, when we originally reported on this, we thought he had obtained a degree from a South American, not Central American country. If you're thinking that I'm joking about Rashad's zest to hide the south-of-the-border flavor of his institution, check out his supposed master's thesis from this university, University of Pacific. And sure, to the untrained eye, this looks like University of the Pacific, a different school. If there's one place where you write the name of your school correctly, it's on your thesis. But he leaves Nicaragua completely off. But LinkedIn threw a wrench in his plans. If we type in University of Pacific, we get the one in Stockton, which is a real university that has the ability to invalidate your degree claims very easily and in very harsh, punitive ways. Claiming a degree from a U.S. institution like the University of the Pacific is dangerous work. He doesn't have the nerve for that. All of the other University of Pacifics returned Spanish university names. But Rashad doesn't want that. No, he wants University of Pacific to make people think that he got his degree from the brick and mortar university. Even these small-time Universidad del Pacificos from Peru and Ecuador were able to show up, but not the one in Nicaragua. Why? It's a diploma mill. What to do? What to do? Well, Rashad selects a different university, Duke, from the drop-down menu. Notice that he says he places it on his Duke profile, as if he just happened to already have a profile on LinkedIn for Duke. But he knows better than to claim he got a degree from the Blue Devils, so he concocts this story that, while he got a degree from University of Pacific, Duke University helped ground his foundation. What the hell does that even mean? If there was a colleague at Duke who helped you, Rashad, then you simply acknowledge his or her help in your thesis. You don't slap a Duke logo on your resume. No, 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 no. The thesis title is insane, by the way. Quantum Physics of Neuroscience Contextualized Through Human Neurological Applications, a critical analysis of the Central Intelligence Agency's declassified gateway process. Yeah. A neuroscience master's degree centered on a long-defunct CIA program. Now, shall we put the final nail in the university's coffin? Sure. Here's an article announcing that the authorities have shut down UNIP. It says, government cancels 2 new private universities. Universities accused of not meeting quality indicators and not reporting their curricula and financial statements. So the school actually existed. Here's a picture of it. Note the logo, which says Universidad del Pacifico. The sign looks photoshopped, which is hardly unusual among diploma mills. The reasons for this shutdown are particularly damning for Rashad. It says here,
in an evaluation carried on March 2nd to the UNIP by members of the CNEA,
which is an accreditor of accreditors,
and the CNU, they concluded that this university did not achieve compliance with the minimum elements in its academic offer, nor does it comply with the minimums related to scientific research, full-time contract teachers, and institutional structure.
Even worse,
UNIP does not have authorization from the CNU and the CNEA to offer careers abroad, and it does not have technological support to offer virtual distance education services.
In other words, UNIP didn't have the capability of offering online courses. That would hold especially true of neuroscience, which would require sophisticated and expensive simulation technology. So how did Rashad earn an advanced degree from UNIP online?
They add that UNIP has ignored information related to the carrying out of academic and degree activities abroad, a situation that they assess threatens the sense of integrity and academic rigor that higher education institutions should have.
In other words, these governing bodies told UNIP what it had to do to turn things around and offer a quality education, but UNIP blew off their suggestions.
In both decrees, MyGov assures that these universities did not report their financial statements for the fiscal period 2022 with detailed breakdowns of income and expenditures, did not promote transparency policies in the administration of university funds.
So UNIP tried to hide its problems from the authorities. But I know some of you Rashad disciples are still holding down the fort. His degree is real. So what if the school later closed down? Well, according to his LinkedIn profile, the one that he created, he received his degree in July 2023. But this article announcing the closing of the university is dated March 2023, 4 months before Rashad claimed to have graduated from there. Must have been a hell of a graduation ceremony. I read his thesis, by the way, and I have linked it below. Be warned, it's pure insanity, albeit mighty entertaining. Not only is it dumb beyond belief, it also shows a childlike approach towards understanding science. In my next video, I'm going to read a sample paragraph, and you will be utterly astonished at the idiocy of it. So stay tuned for that. In the meantime, Rashad, give it up. I don't see any way that you're going to be able to explain your way out of this one. Sorry. This is what happens when you deceive. Like my video and subscribe to my channel.